So cool. Just be conscious of that. And
Solid.
Perfect.
All right, cool.
Are you ready?
Dope. I'm ready. Let's do this.
All right. How you doing? I got my man TJ Arella on the podcast today. Fitness mogul of Long Island.
Trying to be.
How we feeling?
Feeling great. Feeling really good, man. Taking every day by day. Every day is a new chapter, new thought, new this, that, just staying with the process, living in every day.
Exactly. That's all you can do.
Yeah, exactly. Totally.
But tell the people what you're up to. I know you're in your gym
Yeah,
in Huntington.
so take you through a little brief thing. I went to college at UMass Amherst, was a math major, started out.
Nerd.
I'll just give you a little, yeah, exactly. Give you a little background that's pretty much boring and dry. Tried to play baseball, that failed, so I was still in the health and fitness kind of sport-oriented lifestyle, if you will. And math, I got past like a year and a half of it, and I was like, this is not what I want to do. So switched to kinesiology, got into fitness, interned out of college. Interned when I came out of college. Started coaching people in a group setting, athletes, this and that. And then now I'm pretty much training privately in Huntington, Cold Spring Harbor, Lloyd Harbor area. Just been building clientele, building my book. That's it, man. Just been patient for years. Started making like $60 a week, like just working a couple hours and really learning more so than anything.
Facts.
So took a while to translate, but now I'm really, really getting there and waiting to see what else is on the horizon. So yeah.
Did you start off at Profit? Like, was that your first ever?
No.
training?
That was just to work out. That was just like me lifting for myself.
Gotcha.
But for me, it was also just like, it was also a spot that I did. I mean, I filmed some content, did stuff there, but it was a spot that I did like check out a little bit, like what trainers were like at like a corporate type of setting. I got some info on that. Obviously, Danny, our buddy, working at the smoothie bar and stuff.
Truth.
Just talking to him about different stuff that was going on in the gym and what he thought of it too. So yeah, man. But no, I've never been in like a corporate setting. I was at the strength facility in Farmingdale where I started, like I said, and then pulled out of there about almost 3 years ago, maybe now, like 2.5. So been on my own since then.
Damn.
Fortunate with some of the connects I've made in the industry. That's what it's about, man. Surrounding yourself with the people and the energy that really get you to that step, and then continually rolling, So just building your community and your brand. That's it.
No, truth. I mean, networking is fucking massive, and you seem to have done a great job because, I mean, look how many repeat clients you have. I mean, you're going to their houses and training them. They're coming to the gym for you, So, I mean, it speaks to, what kind of trainer you are, and obviously you give them a good workout. I mean, I experienced one of your workouts.
Yeah.
Fucking, I was on the verge of yakking.
Yeah.
So.
I love that, bro. I love that. I love that you said, like, that repeat clientele, because I never really even, because I get down, I wake up, I'm like, 1-2 people cancel, and I get down on myself, because it's like I want to facilitate that constant, like, go, grow, but you're not always going to grow.
Exactly.
You got to kind of take some of the hits with the positives of rolling forward too. It's going to be back and forth. But when you came in and I was like, why did you hit me up to train? You were just like, I saw your consistency of client base that a lot of them returned. You've been with them for a while. And I was like, oh shit, you're right. Like you're right. You gave me that little kind of, it almost fed me. Like it was sat in the back of my mind for a while. And I was like, wow, like I do have people that want to train and want to keep coming back. Obviously ups and downs, people, life gets in the way. Some people, they cancel, they this, they that, some drop off. You add new ones on. But yeah, man, you got to take, like, for me, that was huge that you said that.
Because it's truth, I mean, I've known you for a few years now, and, you were always a cool-ass dude,
Yeah.
I'll keep it a buck, I've never, ever had a problem with you. We were always cool.
Yeah.
And I always saw you putting a lot of work in.
Appreciate
it,
man.
And then on social media, too.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you're fucking out here posting your clients. People love that shit, man.
Hell yeah, dude.
Like, people love to be posted and just, like, be recognized,
Yeah, I mean, I saw that with you, too, when I first met you at ProFit, really. I mean, you were like, oh, I'm actually a musician. I was like, oh, shit. And then I was like, he's different. Like, something's different there. And he's going. And then I saw you going for it. And I was like, wow, like, okay, he's facilitating something in his life where definitely he's taking a risk. He's putting himself out there. He's just doing it. Literally just doing it. Like, flipping the switch, So for me, that, I saw that. Like, you were always running with your own energy, going with your own thing, just constantly churning that way. So that's, for me, I've always had that in me. I was a shy kid, but then it was like, how do I keep breaking this out of me? And like you said, posting, putting yourself out there, starting to do things that just, you almost don't even look back, you know, it just becomes the norm instead of a second thought because you're nervous or whatever. So
100%.
yeah, man.
Yeah, no, I mean, I remember too, like being mad nervous about like posting things and like just like, oh fuck, are people gonna receive me well? But then
Totally.
you know, like after the first couple, and like people receive me well, you know, thank God. But it's just like, you know, I got some hate too.
Of course, well, you're gonna.
Absolutely.
That lets you know you're doing something right. Totally.
Yeah.
You know.
And it was very minimal, but like when I did, I was just like, damn, like it really doesn't mean shit.
Yeah.
Like you and I, bro.
Totally.
We're doing our thing.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And people respect that, you know. It's weird that people respect it because, you know, like to us
100%.
at times it seems small, right?
Totally.
But it's like
very
huge
easy
to us.
It's very easy to like flip on the negative side of things, or, you know, think that the risk that you took wasn't a good idea, or continually waking up every day with the same positives and negatives, like turning to one side a little bit more than the other, but you got to keep on that one side. You know, you got to stay on that positive side.
Oh yeah, no, 100%. I mean, I forgot what book it is that I read, but it was a guy who wrote about Abraham Lincoln, and he said that Abraham Lincoln said, "You choose to be happy." You know what I mean? Like you don't choose to be like sad. Like if you're sad, you can choose to be happy. And of course, I mean, depression is another thing. I'm not trying to conflate.
That's like it could be a real chemical imbalance.
Exactly.
You know, but
if you're just waking up negative, then you can choose. Like I tell myself every single day, I choose to be ecstatic.
Yeah.
And that's a fact. You know, like people in my gym. Actually, it's funny. The other day, you know, I come in every single morning, and even when I'm shot, I'm happy to be there. I'm ready to go. I'm always like, let's fucking go. And they're like, God damn it, Matos, how the fuck do you have so much energy? Dead ass though. But then like one guy asked me, and he was like, Matos, how the fuck do you do this shit every single day? Like, how do you always come in so bright? And I'm like, hey, I just choose to be ecstatic. You know what I mean? Yeah. That's just a fact.
Yeah, you get up and you think about it. Like, just think about what you're going in there to do. Like, for me, it's like, there's no option to not do what I'm going to do today. Or there's no option to not get that workout in, or to not, you know, get up and put in the same energy. And what are you doing if you're not putting in that same energy? You're being a lesser version of yourself and a lesser version of repping your own brand, your own lifestyle that you chose to be in anyway.
Yep.
You know, so that's how I see it, man. I'll come in the gym every day. Like I'm sarcastic as hell. I joke around. I fucking piss people off, get on people's nerves every day. I guarantee you, ask them, they're like, you know, he annoys the shit out of me sometimes. But I'm chirping across the gym. I'm saying things. I'm just joking around constantly, like moving the energy, just moving, just trying to facilitate that, you know. And I think that's definitely comes from me being a shy kid. Eventually, you come up with these things, and me using my sarcasm, using my jokes, using my energy and words and mannerisms and stuff to interact with someone and strike that energy in that person, you know, especially when just from personal, right? You're dealing with clients that ate like shit today, had one meal, coming in the gym for a workout at night, and their energy's down. They slept like shit, you know, maybe got in a fight with a spouse or something. And then like, I have to be consistent. They're the people that might come in, but for my brand, like I'm trying to give them the experience. I'm trying to do what I have to do, right? And obviously I fall off sometimes. You can't be 100% every day, but you try to be. But that's huge, man. That consistency of energy, because like for that client that does have that down thing, right? Like one of my boys, my really good friend Mike, since we're like little kids, my buddy that I train, he's been getting so strong over these years and whatnot. You might just see me posting him, but we talked about actually a video I just posted last week. There was a day when he came in the gym and he just, the weight was not going up, not moving like he wanted to. He was shot. He was beat down, had a headache for a couple of days.
Damn.
Did not feel right. And I was like, bro, just disconnect everything right now. Pick up the dumbbell, go through the reps, push yourself. I'm giving you the energy. Let's go. You're here to do it. So you just do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 reps, whatever you got to do, right? Like, that's what it is. Get up with the energy and do it.
100.
Just do it. You're just living. You're just being. You're just doing. That's literally it, you
Truth.
know? So that's huge. Hell yeah. I just went on a little bit of a rant.
No, but it was factual.
That is huge, you know, no matter what people think of it. They're pissed off by your energy or they love your energy. You know?
Yeah, no, I mean,
it is what it is. Like, you're bringing it, and I guarantee they're feeding off of it, whether they think that they like the energy or they don't like the energy. You know what I'm saying?
100%.
Totally. So
yeah, no, I mean, it's easy to rub people the wrong way, especially when, you know, you're always making jokes and always, you know, like trying to be, you know, like energetic and raise the energy of the room, you know, like, I mean, shit, I mean, every single day I rub someone the wrong way. But then 10 people also, you know, they're on the fucking wow. Like this guy like really brightened my day.
Yep.
And that sits well with me, you know?
Totally.
Especially if it's people like I have people who I hit pads with, you know, and I train them to become better fighters myself.
100%.
But I give them a lot of positive reinforcement. You know, I try to keep the negatives to a minimum. And I'm always like, you know, like making analogies into jokes.
Yep.
So that like when they think of it, you know, like in sparring, it comes.
Yeah. Yep.
And it's like you said, you know, it's an experience. You know, you're providing your client not only with great training, but also with an experience. And that's why you have so many return customers, because you're funny as fuck.
Totally.
Even on Instagram, though. That has to, like I see you like, oh, you're looking thick. Like just,
yeah.
But it's fucking hilarious, bro.
Thank you, bro. I feel like I have to do more of that because I can be so serious sometimes.
Yeah.
But, yeah, it's the same thing. You get caught up in like, I don't want to appear this way. You almost take too much judgment for no reason. It's not even there sometimes, you know?
100%.
But yeah, no, thank you, bro. I appreciate that. I think we both have to use that to our advantage even more. But like you said, like, it's a skill, but it's also partially like a gift. Like, you're who you are. You have the ability to be social, joke around. You can learn how to interact, pull some things and flip it back around, right, in a certain way where it churns someone's energy around like that, and it creates the whole hour session or whatever anything that you're doing. It changes it immediately.
100%.
It puts it on a whole other side, you know? And if you can either figure out how to use that, if you're not, you know, completely born with a sarcastic nature or whatever, if you could figure out how to develop that with anyone you're interacting with, I mean, even just going to grab a sandwich at a deli, right? They might be a hard ass and having a terrible day. You say something, crack a joke, something, and it changes everything.
Yep.
You know, it changes everything.
Oh, the second you see that smirk, you know that you 100%. Fucking changed their day.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, and like, dude, you know, it's actually funny. Last night, so I was talking to you about how I work at a pizzeria now.
Yep.
And there's this girl behind the counter, and, you know, I don't know what it is, but she has a very good way of just handling people. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
there's people that definitely piss her off a lot. And like last night, you know, a guy came in and like, I don't know, I guess the order wasn't what he expected. It was the correct order, but it just wasn't what he expected. You know, and so. She like just fucking totally flipped the script on him. He was like on the phone with his like brother. He was like, "Yeah, they fucked up my order," and I'm like, "Oh my gosh!" And you know, like, I consider myself very good at dealing with people. I've definitely lost it over the pandemic because I haven't been a waiter for how long now. Yeah. But she was just like, "You know what? What can I do for you? Like, do you want some garlic nuts on the house? Like, you know what?" And like we were doing a promotion where like people who order like $50 or more of food, like they get a free bottle of wine. So she's like, "Listen, cool. Take this bottle, like, you know, like." And he was tight too. He was like, you know, like it's just what is this, you know? Like, And then by the end of it, he's like, "Thank you so much for taking care of me." But it's true, you know, like
like it goes a long way, you know. And now his whole night's gonna be better. His interaction with his wife, his son, whoever he's going home to too, could be better.
100%.
Different, right? Different. You're affecting people's lives, not just that moment, you know?
Yeah, that really impressed me. Like, damn.
Yeah.
You know?
And not a lot of people will see that or take note of that necessarily, you know? That's you seeing that and now being like, oh, shit. You know, why can't I do this every day, all the time, you know?
Exactly. Yeah, for real.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm pretty sure you probably deal with some fucking jokers too, right?
Yeah, not totally. Not crazy. Obviously, like, I'm sure it's different in the restaurant industry, right? My girlfriend works at a couple restaurants, and it's just so different. Two different worlds.
Oh, yeah.
You know, just from us talking, me talking about how I see things and how she sees things, right? People can get so short over something. You might get frustrated because it's that moment. It's someone's grabbing food and leaving, right? For me, it's like it is different. Like it has been a learning process, and it's going to continue to be. But it's also pretty cool because I'm with that person for an hour, multiple hours a week potentially for months, hopefully years, whatever, down the road at a time, you know, and you're developing with that person, right? I'm getting better every day, trying to be better every day, trying to help that person be better every day. They're getting better every day, trying to help me as well, right? Like it's a whole mutual thing where it's like you're tied into that person. So yeah, some ups and downs, right? Disagreements here and there. But I think for me, it's been a learning curve, but it's also been a cool thing to see how like it's almost like a game, right? It's like if this person, I almost hope that this person might be, if they do have a bad day, I almost hope that they come in and they show me that, because then I'm like, all right, let me see how I can flip it around, change it, crack a joke, do this, do that, right? And then we're bouncing back and forth, and it's awesome. Like I'm very fortunate to have people that kind of coincide with some of my humor, my sarcasm, all that type of stuff. Haven't really had anyone that's like very dry and serious or just doesn't have it some days, everybody's kind of on the same page. But yeah, dude,
that's remarkable.
Yeah,
seriously. No, yeah, that's great. I mean, and it goes back to the, like the whole vibes thing, like what you give off, you get back.
Good
in return.
energy, dude. Yeah.
No, dead ass though, yo, Leo gang, bro. Fucking me and the Leos, we just fucking connect.
I'm an Aries, so I'm the leader.
I can't fuck with you.
I'm
bro.
the leader of everything.
What'd you say?
I'm the leader of everything.
Did you just talk to a Leo like that, bro? Nah, but for real though, like it is true that you receive back what you give off, and the type of people that you usually hang around with, you become. And so people probably want to be around you because, fucking...
I hope. Shit, I hope.
No, it's truth, man. I mean, look, any time someone returns for a service like that, especially because it's so difficult. Mm-hmm. And fitness, a lot of people, they'll go for a really hard session, and then they'll just be like, I can't do it.
Yeah.
And then they'll just never come back.
Yeah.
The trainer has to be out fucking standing for them to come back.
They can't just be someone that pushes them or puts their body through a physical workout.
Exactly.
It's the compassion. It's dealing with someone's whole mental and emotional, internal, everything.
100%.
From the time they were a child all the way up until now. Why they might be insecure about themselves, why they're working out. They thought they were just going to get a bigger chest or bigger butt or lose some weight, but it's like, that's not at all what my goal is or what their goal should be at this point. You know what I'm saying? Facts. And it's like churning through all of everything to reach everything on a different level, right? That's just basically almost what every single session is, and then the progression. You're literally all of me working with all of you, like straight up, right?
It's
like
truth.
100%,
Yeah, I mean, I used to coach at this girl I used to work with. Great fucking girl. Thank you, Taylor. But she got me a job before the pandemic at a kickboxing gym.
Okay.
And it was just like a bunch of older women, basically. Some younger girls, but, like mostly older women, and some on the heavier side.
Gotcha.
And, I like took it very serious, because I'm coming up from a martial arts gym, and I'm like, kickboxing. But these women are just coming in to get a workout.
Yeah.
And so, like, over time, I just, like, didn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
I just came in and, like, I was just like, all right, let's train.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like going through the hour, yeah.
And I wasn't doing exactly like what you said, I wasn't like, going through their fucking entire, like, history and lives and, like, trying to help them deal with it. Mm-hmm. I was just giving them that workout. Mm-hmm. So no one, like, people loved my class because it was hard, but, like, over time, it just became stale.
Yeah.
Because I was just working them out very hard and not really giving a fuck about any of them.
Yeah.
And so, it's like so fucking true what you're saying, and I hope every single trainer, if there's any trainers listening, I hope that they do really take your advice.
Yeah. I mean,
really
I think
run with it.
That's the training industry is so interesting because you got every end of everything. People that think they want to be trainers, people that just started going to the gym and they want to be trainers because their passion is fitness, they want to motivate,
exactly.
But it's like,
I drank my athletic greens.
Yeah, exactly. Like, just promote a product of social media. Obviously, it's become such an easy thing to do, and at the same time, like, then you got people that are crazy deep and passionate into it, and might be so technical and amazing and knowledgeable, but they also can't reach it either, right? Like, you got someone that could walk in, train you the best session of your life. But, like, where else is it going? No, they might not have it. They just might not have it. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, you're just walking through the session instead of, like, really being in the session and digging through things and just really interacting and, just, like, little tiny things here and there. Like, it goes a long way. And, like, it is a difficult industry to be a part of, like, totally. But, like, yeah, you're totally right on that. Like, so many, hopefully there are trainers watching, right? It's crazy, and every trainer is different. Obviously, you got to find the people that you work well with and whatnot, and whatever you want. You know, there's from a training standpoint, you could go in and do any type of workout. There's trainers for everything.
Oh yeah.
If you want to do CrossFit, if you want to do this, do that, powerlifting, strength training, whatever. You start to form that for yourself, but then like, where else are you going? You know, like how do you keep it not dry, not stale? How do you keep it always progressing, evolving? And that's got to be in your own life too. For me, you know, I'm always looking at little tidbits of videos on anything, right? Anything. Like I was listening to a podcast talking about vitamin D on the way here, just because if I can pull a few things from it, right, and I like it and I read some of the research or whatever, then I could give that advice to a client and it makes their life that much better. Or they know that they're going to learn things coming to the session that isn't just how to do a deadlift and brace and do this and do that. You know what I'm saying? And like we're talking about cars with a client the other day and buying a house and the market and leasing and the stock market and this and that. It's just a whole, you know, you got to hit all the points and also pursue that in your own life, in my opinion. Right?
100%.
You got to go down the hole of so many things and just bring that whole person of yourself into that session with you, you know?
It's truth. And you know, that's something I also like genuinely respect about you is the fact that you're always looking for ways to better yourself and increase your just general knowledge of anything, you know? And that's something I can only aspire to be, you know? Seriously, you know?
Nah, dude, that's something, you know, you're never going to be you're never going to be where you want or at a certain point that you want.
100%.
Just anything you can intake is anything, you know, that's it.
True.
Just is what it is. Just keep learning, you know?
Yeah. No.
You're already there.
Yeah. It's just like, I gotta practice what I preach sometimes, you know, because like guys like you listening to these podcasts and just increasing your intake of new information every single day, you know, and getting multiple sides of different topics. And you got me here, you know, I'm fucking listening to you get the bag and fumble it. I get the bag and flip it and tumble it on the way here. You know what I'm saying?
Listening to on the way to the pizzeria, listening to about shooting, shooting people up and stealing money and drugs and shit. But
for real though.
Yeah, I go through that. I go through a phase where I don't listen to any podcast, anything for like 3 months. You know, and I'm just vibing to music, and like, but I'm still always willing to learn. You know, I'll pick things up from anywhere, whether it's in the session or it's whether even like asking clients, right? Talking, facilitating conversation where you're learning. Anyone you're around, anything you can learn from. If you learn how to make pizza a different way, fuck it. That's what you learned.
Huge.
You might meet someone 10 years from now and say, you know what, there's this really cool way, or you just got this pizza oven. There's this really cool way that you can make this pizza and try it this way. And then that goes a long way, right? You're already 100%. In that person's personal life. So there's a relatability there. So that's how I look at it.
Oh, that's huge. Like being, what's the word? Like, relating on a certain topic with someone that someone else is really passionate about, you're both hooked to each other immediately. Immediately.
And that's where, like, how can you be into so many different things? Like, how can you get yourself into so many? It doesn't have to be whatever. It could be the music you're listening to.
It's true.
Right? Train a 15-year-old kid who loves that rapper or loves this or loves that. It's like, oh, you should check out this guy. He's similar to this guy. Whatever. Like, everything. Literally everything.
No, it's true.
You know?
But, dude, like... It's just wild, you know.
I hope I'm not yelling too loud in this.
No, that's perfect.
It's like the sound quality's all right, because I'm yelling at you right now.
It's gonna be banging. Don't worry.
Gonna whisper like this the whole time.
All right, bet. Yo, no problem at all.
We could do that if you want.
I mean, if you're down.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's a good idea with the window open.
You're right.
All right, bet. No, I'm kidding. But yeah, no. I've been trying to. You ever seen that clip of me I posted on Instagram from a podcast a while back, like before my fight.
Okay.
And I was talking about how I'm trying to cut back on my social media.
I didn't see that specific one. No, I'm sorry. I'm not kidding.
No, you're good. You're good.
Put me on the spot on his own show, and I didn't watch it. So that's where I should just leave right now.
Yeah, get out.
Yeah.
No, but it was just weak because like before my fight, I had a journal that I was writing in.
Okay.
And I came up with a plan. Like, first things was like how I'm gonna get my money right, then like how I was gonna get over like a past relationship, then like how I was gonna get over my social media addiction, then like how I was gonna like make myself mentally ready to win that fight or whatever. And with the social media one, every single like subsection had like a detailed bullet point plan.
Wow.
And so Jesus. I know I spent all night writing these things.
Psychotic.
Dude, but literally though, I was just up all night like, damn, I really have to be the best version of myself that I could possibly be.
Yeah.
And I'm fucking sitting there, I'm like, I can only use social media from 12. I chose to do it like intermittent fasting.
Okay.
No, but seriously, like 12 noon, I go on social media for the first time.
Yeah.
8 o'clock at night, finito.
Wow.
I did not respect that for more than like 3 days.
Yeah.
And it's like, wow, what kind of person am I to not practice what I preach but still be preaching?
Yeah.
You know, so I got to get my shit in order.
Yeah.
Before I start even like thinking about telling people, you know, or giving them advice, you know.
I mean, I think I don't know. That's tough because like that's strict. Like that's strict as hell. Like, just put your phone down a little bit earlier at night.
It's true, but
you know,
it's just like I get addicted, you know, and like now with like.
Are you like on and off extreme with things? Are you like that type of guy? Like, do you need like that hard structure to stay in like a zone?
Yeah,
you do. Okay,
so I actually love goals. Like.
Gotcha. Okay.
So here's
that
the
makes
deal.
sense then. So you know how you run, which is great. That's what you need.
Exactly. Like I used to live life like so fucking just spontaneous everything.
Gotcha.
And I love spontaneity still.
Yep.
But to certain extents and only with certain things, you know, like I would be going out, but even before my fight, like I'd be going out to like 3 a.m, eating onion rings, fucking getting, you know, like shit faced. And then at 9 o'clock in the morning, I'd be in training.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And like just being uncommitted to like fucking bettering myself. I wouldn't be meditating every night. You know, I would be just like, just slacking off. And and then once I gave myself a rigid structure, probably like a month before my fight, I started to notice like, damn, my shit's really starting to get in order now.
You get like a hang of it.
Exactly.
You found the equation.
Exactly. And then after the fight, when I didn't have a goal, you know, within 3 weeks I had eaten like 5 fucking pies of pizza already. You know what I'm saying?
That could be a good thing.
It was good for my soul.
It's like crying, eating.
I fucking love pizza, man. I don't know. Can someone pass me the Parmesan?
Just write down to stop eating it while I'm eating it. Just write down.
Dude, for real though.
Grab a pen instead of a piece of pizza. Yeah,
yeah, exactly. No, but people don't understand the power of writing something down.
Yeah, no, you're right.
It's huge. Like
totally.
I don't know. Do you journal at all? Like, do you have like a
here
notebook?
on and off? I had like the 5-minute journal a little while ago. Probably it was like more like right like before COVID, like a year and a half. That's a cool thing. It's like you could look it up. 5-minute journal. It's like basically it lines you up with like I think it's 3 affirmations for the day, or like 3 things you're grateful for. Then it's like 3 things that you want to happen today, or that you're gonna do or you want to do.
Wow.
So it could be like, you know, anything, literally anything, right? Like hug my mom before I leave and tell her, make a point to tell her I love her, and
That's
then
fucking awesome.
Or like, don't eat a piece of pizza today, and then like you come back at night and then you say like reflect on those. Did any of those happen today?
Yeah.
What could have gone better? I think it said or something like that, and then there was some other part of it at night, but that was cool because that was very structured. I think I do well with structure with like writing. It's just like fill in the blank, fill in the blank, fill in the blank. Nice.
Jesus
Good over
Christ. There? What the fuck? I think she got a hairball up in her.
Probably. You
Sorry
good?
about that. But yeah.
And then I actually just recently bought a journal like a month and a half ago.
She's really choking over
Struggling
there.
over there. You good?
What's the matter with you, Dudu? Come over here.
All right.
Yeah,
Making sure. Cool.
I think she's solid now.
And then with the journal, it's not like, for me, it's not like sticking to too much of a structure. I think I got it more for just like when I feel like picking it up, it's time to pick it up and just writing it.
True.
And then I kind of just go on like, oh, what are a couple things that I'm grateful for? Just a general structure of that. And then things I did in the day, things I'm about to do, more like to reflect on in a way.
I like that.
Yeah. My girlfriend kind of gave me that idea. She's like, you should just get a journal to write. Another kid said that too. And obviously like so many people say that, right? I'm very just like, I'll get up, I'll go through my day, I'll live, but I'm trying to live as consciously as possible, right? And be there every single second of the day. But also line it up. I'm pretty organized by nature. So it's not too hard for me to be like very strictly. I'm in bed at 9:30, up at 5 for clients, whatever. And then if it's, you know, but I'm tired. I'm a fucking old man. I'm tired by like 8:15 every night. I'm just like tired. I don't even want anything at that time. It can be great, but it can also be detrimental. It's like, hey, want to come out? I'm like, I just like took my clothes off, showered, and I'm just like, I'm like passing out right now. Sorry.
I'm just trying to watch some fucking Netflix
like it's
and
not
go to
that. Don't
bed.
take it personally. I don't even want to watch Netflix at this point. I'm so tired. They're like, dude, it's 7:30 on a Friday, and I'm like, I know. Like, I don't know what to tell you.
No, it's truth.
But so what I was gonna say is my girlfriend takes, she has her journal, but she has years. She looks back from like points in high school, specific days of just like things she did, like just points she highlights, stuff like that. And she's like, it's cool to look back, and it also gives her a sense of like how far she's actually come.
True.
Right? I think for us, like that was my thought, at least, like for me to look back, like whatever future projects are in store, what I'm doing now and what I did, it's so easy. Like we said, you can get down on yourself by thinking about you're not where you want to be. You didn't make a certain amount of money this week. You didn't do a certain thing this week, right? Or, you're doing a lot more than you even think you're doing. And then, you know what I'm saying? Like you wake up one day and you have all these different things going on for yourself, and then you keep getting down on yourself because you don't feel like they're as adequate as they should be or whatever. Right? So I feel like that's where the journal could kind of come more into play for me, because it kind of puts things in place and in perspective, and it just keeps me a little bit more grounded.
Oh, 100%.
If I kind of get away from that for myself, So sometimes I'll be like, I should write in the journal. I feel like a little bit like this. And then I'll write down how I feel sometimes and just put it away. And then like it just gets it out, It's like interesting.
I agree with you very much so about how you said it really puts things in perspective. Like it gives you like, it's way easier to find a solution to a problem when you just write everything out. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like I remember I was having like I said, I was having like all those different problems, like, and I fucking came up with those bullet point solutions, and it's just like, all right, now I just have to follow them and put them into practice.
Totally, 100%.
So, that's all it is, really.
Yeah.
Look at this girl.
You have anything to say? Nothing. Okay.
I love you, TJ.
All right, calm down. All right, let's take it easy. Okay. All right, I know.
Lay down, Bear.
Everyone likes me. I know.
Yeah, if she gets annoying, just tell her to lay down.
Nah, you're good. Come here. Yeah. Any way you can give yourself more structure or more awareness, right? I think it's beneficial. Whether it's one note you write down anywhere on this piece of paper or whatever, or if it's a structured out journal entry,
100%.
right? Like, helps a ton. Helps a huge amount. So.
And that's why I was like being so strict with the social media thing, because, I personally, for me, it just makes it a lot easier to follow those guidelines, I put on Instagram, they have a setting where you give a certain amount of time for yourself to be on Instagram for the day.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
And it'll remind you. But that's it. It won't shut down the app, and that's what I need.
Oh, interesting.
That's what I need. I need it
You're already
down.
reminding yourself.
Like, it's already in my head. It's already drilled into my head. But it's just like, fuck, like, one more DM that I got to check,
Yeah.
One more DM I got to slide into.
Was that at me? Or?
No, it's into the camera. But, hey, I'll give you one, too.
Just don't say it.
I think my dog's getting jealous, too. Yeah, both our girls are getting jealous right now.
It happens.
But, yeah, no, but seriously, like, I was just, like, always fucking finding another excuse, to get back on and just. But we always do that, we always rationalize, and it's the same thing with I'm pretty sure you see this a lot, like people who are overweight and obese,
Yeah.
It's always like, oh, but I'm pretty sure my metabolism is just naturally slower, but I don't think one slice is gonna hurt me. It will.
Yeah.
It will, because one slice can turn into two with a little bit of blue cheese and a fucking Diet Coke.
Yeah.
Suck these nuts.
But it keeps going.
Exactly.
It just keeps going.
Like, stop lying to yourself.
They're better off sucking the nuts than they are eating the pizza.
For no calories.
It's true.
And there's salt in the sweat.
You're right.
So.
They actually hydrate better too.
That's what I'm saying.
We might be onto something.
Yeah.
Come with an electrolyte drink called Suck My Nuts.
Dude. Oh, that's great. What was the fucking one from? You ever seen Tropic Thunder?
I haven't seen it in a couple of years though.
Booty sweat.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god, bro.
That movie's ridiculous.
Oh, one of the best of all time, bro. Dude.
I was almost confused the first time I watched it. I was like, what the hell's going on here?
Oh yeah.
And I was like, that was Robert Downey Jr.
And you already know that would not fly today.
Oh no.
Dude, that would...
It's I mean, yeah. But it's a whole different topic in and of itself.
Dude, for real.
Sensitivities, this, that. Don't eat the slice of pizza. Why are you calling me fat? Same thing.
Dude.
If a guy wants to play something else, why are you getting offended by it? Whatever.
You know, and there are certain people out there like me, you know, who benefit from, like... I remember when I was in high school, you know, I dated this girl, and we were both overweight at the time.
Okay.
I don't know how she's doing now, but we were both overweight, and, you know, like, she kind of took her insecurities out on me and, like, called me fat a lot and shit. And I was pretty fat. You know, I was, like, 215 pounds at my highest in high school.
Okay.
And I was in 10th grade, man, so that's bad.
Yeah.
Literally, for, like, the next, like... So I broke up with her, and then for the next, like, months on end, I was just fucking eating, like, watermelon, bro. And that's it.
What the hell?
Bro, I was just doing anything I could to just lose weight and just, like, keep, like, feeling full.
Yeah.
Bro, I went down from 215 to, like, 162 or some shit.
Holy shit. How long?
Over, like, 6 months.
Okay.
Like...
That's a lot of weight still.
Yeah.
Pretty good amount. Jesus. It's like 55 pounds?
And it was an unhealthy loss, too.
Yeah.
100%. Like, I did not do it the right way. Yeah. Not at all.
Yeah.
But now I know.
Yeah, no, you learn from it.
Yeah.
That's it.
And now I eat like a fucking truck.
Yeah.
Like, dude, I'm a gas guzzler.
I've been eating like a truck lately. I just been eating. I mean, obviously, lifting a bunch, working out. I mean, you're active as hell, too. Yeah. So that's what it is, right? But it still can't be an excuse to eat poorly. Exactly. You don't want to go down that hole, like the pizza you've been eating. Dude. Or were eating.
Now I've got to put a good old stop to it for real.
It's a problem.
It's an addiction.
Pizza's like a drug.
Dude, well, you know what? The first step is admitting you have a problem. Am I right or am I right?
Yeah, I actually had pizza yesterday. Fire spot. Huntington Village, 1653 pizza. Fire.
Uh-oh, you just gave me a new spot to go after my fight.
Frank's a good dude that owns it. I was only there because my girlfriend pressured me into doing it. She needed a cheap meal, and I had a meal earlier in the week, and she was upset because food is it for her.
It's the cure.
You know, she works out a ton too, but had to do it. Yeah. Actually had pumpkin ravioli with a little bit of mozzarella, parmesan, walnuts, and like a cream sauce. Then we had like a bacon jam white pizza. Stupid, with like some red onions baked into it. Dude. And then I'm just gonna keep talking, getting you going, getting you aroused.
You are getting me going. No, for real, bro. Like, off, on.
Exactly, like a light switch. Right when I said the word mozzarella, I think. I don't know if it was the way I said it.
It's the way you said it.
It's the way. Cool. All right. At least I have. That might be one of my skills. Maybe people are just aroused all the time.
That's what I'm saying. You got a way of talking to people, bro. You know, you just turn on the charm.
Some mozzarella.
And
we had some. What did we have? We had octopus with potatoes.
This is like Guinea ASMR, bro.
And then we had a really good special. They just came out with butternut squash pizza. So like instead of red sauce, it's butternut squash. It was like a creamy butternut squash with like more mozzarella. More mozzarella, and then like little squares of like almost bacon. I don't know exactly what meat it was. It was like a square on each slice, cooked to perfection.
You're killing me.
With little mushrooms, like a little. What is it? What are those narrow, long, thin like mushroom, like porcini?
Yeah.
Porcini mushroom. Yeah. Fire. Stupid.
Yeah, dude, that shit sounds bussin'.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was at a spot actually. I got wined and dined like a few, like last week.
Okay.
By a politician actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah, fucking.
Wow.
Did you see the post-fight speech?
I don't think I did, dude. I don't know if that's.
I'll show you after.
I might have liked it. I don't know.
I didn't post it on my page.
Oh, you didn't post? Oh, okay.
Yeah,
no,
okay, it just went. It was viral and shit because it was it was like mad political. I told Joe Biden to suck my dick and shit.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
It was.
Every time if you have the opportunity to do that, why not?
That's what I'm saying, bro.
Why not?
And so a politician actually posted it from Baltimore, and she happened to be in New York like last Thursday, and she invited me out because she was like, "That was the most popular video on my page ever." I'm like, all right, sure, yeah.
Holy shit, that's crazy.
Yeah, and so
wow.
But so we went to a pizzeria, and bro,
which pizzeria?
I forget what it was called, but it was in the city. It was fucking awesome, and it was
Gotcha.
wood-fired Neapolitan style.
Yeah, that's Neapolitan. That's the style he does over there.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Listen, like, I love a good, crispy, like thinner crust.
Of course,
pizza.
yeah.
But this shit was so bomb, and it was pizza carbonara, bro. You know carbonara, right?
It's fire.
Bussin'.
Fire.
Bus.
Fire. I don't think I've ever said the word bussin' yet. I kind of still refuse.
Really?
Yeah, I think I'm against it still.
I get it.
I can't.
It's a tough word to say, you know. It's just like people will look at you sometimes.
But
No, but it was.
that sounds good.
But
Ass?
cheeks. I was like, whoa. No, the pizza, yeah, it was fantastic, and I almost spilled my wine on her too. I was just talking with my hands.
Well,
And
you gotta talk with your. I haven't really talked with my hands today,
dude.
but
It was like fucking something out of a movie, bro. It was
Yeah.
like some Matrix shit. Like, I like went da ba 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 ba, and then the wine went,
Shibbidi-boo.
and she was like, and I like hit the wall right behind her, and I was like, sorry.
Oh shit!
Yeah, but it was
All right, cool.
all good. It was all good. It was all good.
All right, cool.
But yeah, fucking that pizza was unbelievable.
Fire.
Yeah.
That sounds good. You gotta figure out the name of the place.
Oh yeah, no, I will
hell
definitely
yeah.
recommend that place to you.
Hell yeah, dude.
But yeah, are you vaxxed?
I'm not yet.
So
I
you
actually
probably couldn't go.
Yeah, probably couldn't go. I'm still waiting to get it. I was like, just want more backing of it in total. For myself, you know.
Yeah, I'm
Just
not about it.
any more we can kind of get for it. I ended up having COVID like a month and a half ago. Yeah, about a month and a half ago. So it wasn't it was like a sinus infection. Didn't think it was still going on, and then got tested, and then yeah, it was COVID. Lost smell and taste for a little while.
Wow.
Like 5 to 7-ish days. Wasn't too long. Some people lose it from weeks and months. That shit was annoying. So I do have the antibodies, you know, should have the antibodies, like high count of them now, and then I'd still wait to get it depending on, you know, what else comes out and stuff like that. But what was I gonna say? Oh, the smell and taste thing, dude, was did you have it? Did you ever have it or no?
I had it in May. You want to know something fucking insane, dude? I had it, and for the first couple of days, obviously, I didn't know. And so I started feeling like a little run down and shitty, but I was just working a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I was like here every single night. I was in the gym like every day, like busting ass.
Yep.
And fucking, you know, I just thought I was just shot.
Me too, yeah.
I didn't feel sick at all until the day after, but I went to a family reunion fucking packed in May. Like literally extended family members, a lot of old people and shit.
Yeah.
And I had it, bro.
Wow.
Not a fucking person got it.
That's crazy.
So thankful.
Yeah, it's weird. It's bizarre. No one around me had it. I trained, right? I was actually at 2 Mets games the week prior, had to be up early in the morning the day after both of the games at night. So I was run down on sleep. I'm pretty like anal about my sleep and just, you know, getting my whole rest periods in, doing this, doing that, like drinking enough, whatever. Probably dehydrated at the game, just not drinking enough water. It was fucking hot as hell. It was like
100%.
humid and hot as hell, eating shitty food. 5 hours of sleep from Wednesday night and then that Friday night at the game again. And then I actually had it was on like a power building program, and I had a PR day on that Saturday. So after being run down, I figured, you know, nervous system is shot after the PR day now. Squatting heavy, trying to bench heavy, deadlift heavy, whatever, after, you know, lacking sleep, not eating as well as I should have. And then started feeling like just weird, like sinusy things. Like not really, I had a headache just because I didn't drink coffee for a couple of days. So it was more caffeine related with that, just because I was trying to like take an extra little bit of a rest and let my body kind of do its thing rather than kind of stimulating it. Yeah, felt a little run down, more like head pressure, sinusy type things. And I was like, oh, we're good. Cool. Whatever. Just going about it. Canceled a few sessions because I was like, let me just try to sleep a little extra, like nap during the day, whatever. That's normally what I've done. Haven't been sick. Until then, I haven't been sick with anything in like probably 7, 8 years.
What about colds?
Barely, no. Nothing.
That's impressive.
Yeah. And yeah, I then like later in that week, like sipping a smoothie, smell and taste were going, and I was like, fuck. So I was like, Jesus.
I lost smell for like a day or like 3. Nothing crazy.
Yeah. Your taste was fine?
Oh yeah.
Oh really? Okay.
Oh, yeah.
They actually say that's better to lose smell and taste, or smell and or taste, because whatever it attacks in your olfactory nerve that is responsible for smell and taste, it ends up hitting that instead of, just from what I've seen, instead of one doctor I read something on, instead of actually going and attacking your lungs, which is pretty cool. Depending on the strain, I guess, and whatever the hell. Everybody's different. Like you said, no one got it. No one around me got it.
Thank God.
Thank God. It's very interesting. It's very interesting. I guess predetermined factors, how you live your life, how you're eating, genetically, how your immune system could be too, all your health markers, right? Yeah, it's interesting, but
yeah,
felt great. But dude, going back to the smell and taste thing that I wanted to highlight on,
hit me,
bro. That shit was like, I was sitting in my room, for 7 days, no desire to eat anything. I didn't even know I was hungry until my stomach was completely empty and growling, because I was like, there's no sense of like, I want this, I want that. Oh, let me eat this again. Let me eat some more of this. I would like eat a plate of like grilled chicken, rice, and veggies, and like be halfway done with it, and I'll be like, I don't even want this anymore. Put the fork down.
Oh yeah.
Like it's just bland. It was just nothing. I could taste like some smell, like taste, not really smell. I could taste more like spicy, like feelings, instead of taste like spicy, salty, and like sweet. Like barbecue sauce was pretty good. That was like the thing that hit me the most, but it was like almost like a light sweet taste, but I couldn't taste the actual taste of the barbecue sauce.
I see exactly what you're saying.
Really weird. But I was like, wow, it made me almost appreciate shit more, because I was like, wow, we're just pieces of meat with all these different things that we could do, and then you get one big thing taken away like that, and you realize how much one big human quality is, and how much it affects your life, and how much you're just like endlessly eating food or whatever, and like you're overweight because you eat food because it tastes so good, because you have the ability. You walk outside and you smell the fresh air, and you appreciate like a fall day or something, as weird as that sounds, like obviously just, oh shit, like I can smell this right now, this whole like apartment and everything, and it's just like, that was just gone, and you're like, holy shit.
Yeah, and I'm sorry it smells so shitty in here.
Yeah, it's terrible.
No, it's no, seriously though, like
no.
The mildew is heavy.
So there's black mold everywhere?
Yes.
Okay, I'm cool. It's all right.
All right, bet. Yeah, I was trying to deplete your lung capacity.
Yeah, whatever I can take on, I'm willing to take on.
You just fucking gain natural immunity to black mold.
Black mold. I hope you don't find out that there's black mold in here after we just had this conversation.
That would be actually kind of fucked.
Yeah.
But I have checked everywhere, and no mold, just the carpet is just fucking older, It's just
yeah, it is what it is.
It's just an older building, you know. But I'm not too upset about it, It's just a slightly mildewy smell.
Hell yeah.
I'm fucking happy to have the spot.
This is a dope spot, dude.
Thank you.
This is sick. I didn't expect it, but it's cool.
Yeah, I know.
Really cool. You got your own little
thing
going on. Thing. It's not a thing.
No, it's a thing.
It's a thing.
That's what happens when you start hanging out with douchebags, like me. You start hearing words like thang.
Yeah.
Bussin'.
Yeah. Bussin' thang.
I'm sorry, bro.
I said it.
you popped the cherry. Oh my gosh. But yeah, man.
Hell yeah.
So in general though, what did get you into fitness? Was it baseball?
Fitness was partially sports, I think, but I always grew up with like, I loved like the mentality of just like fighting and going after them. Like Rocky, those Rocky movies. Mm-hmm. I grew up watching those all the time when I was a kid. And I'm like a chubby little 8-year-old, like motivated to like go do sit-ups in a barn in the middle of Russia watching the movies. Like, I had that in me, and I was like, wow, like this is cool. I always loved like the macho guys and this and that, and like going hard and going after it and fighting for something, and that kind of aggression in a way. Guess just kind of like the male testosterone aura kind of thing,
Oh yeah.
And just enjoying that, but then like fast forward more into losing a little bit of weight from 8th to ninth grade, getting into it a little bit, training for baseball a little bit, having injuries in baseball, needing to train different ways, having, going all the way hard into it, being surrounded by buddies that were interested in bodybuilding, powerlifting, this, that. I was trying everything once I got to college, and I was just like, let me just go for it, and I started lifting, injured my back over and over again a couple of times, just tweak. Never had any like severe issues or anything, but it just kept happening. And then that's when I was kind of like, there's more to all of this. Like, how can I figure out and learn as much as I can? So like, I was like, I want to switch to a different major and make it my life. And then I started realizing, I was like, what do you have with you every day, all day, right? Like your body.
Oh, facts.
100%. So like, why, I don't want to sit down and crunch numbers somewhere. I don't want to go and take this 9-to-5 job or do whatever. Like, how can I figure out to learn about myself, do things myself, improve myself, and then give that to other people and like translate that. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what you are 100% of the time, every day, all day. That's how I kind of looked at it. Like you're an engine. Your body is there. It's a functioning engine in billions of different ways. Like, how can you constantly learn and facilitate that every day? So I just kind of got deep into it with just wanting to learn more and more and more, and then picking up stuff through just learning from a bunch of people in person, interning around some coaches, learning stuff through Instagram, online, listening to podcasts, right? Watching how people apply things, watching videos of specific breakdowns of stupid, intricate things that I didn't even understand at the time, and then figuring out that there's so much that I don't even know that I don't know. And then how can I start to learn those things even more to enhance the whole circle of everything? So it became a whole, it's just like life and a lifestyle, just being me and being in my body all day, every day, I think.
True.
And being like, oh, how can I, like, one-arm push-ups are cool and rocky. But then, like, what's actually going on in the body there?
Yeah.
And it's like, how can you get someone to do those now? How can I take a weak person, like, physically, that can't even do a regular push-up and get them to a certain point? You know what I'm saying? Or how can I take someone with back pain, get them to a certain point? Now they're deadlifting this amount of, you know what I'm saying? And it's a whole, just doing, I don't know. I don't even know, like, what else to say. It's just like.
No, yeah. Would you call yourself a very analytical person?
I think, yeah, analytical in the sense of, like, being, like, specifically analytical, like, in the sessions, watching, observing, doing things. But I think of, like, yes, analytical, but also just, like, constantly learning by analyzing, like, just observing, analyzing, intaking all the time through just learning as much as I can, right? So analytical in the sense that I'm not looking to just apply something hardcore because that's the way it should be. I'm looking to apply something because hopefully it stimulates 2 to 3 other things. I can say, oh shit, maybe I could flip it or change it or tweak it, or this is how it could be done in this capacity, and this is how something could be done in this other capacity. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I see.
If that makes sense.
No, it makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
No, it's a really good thing too, because you get a better understanding of not only the others and the people that you train, but also of yourself.
Yeah, I've straight up, someone who deals with back pain or whatever, and then one exercise is like nagging or giving them an issue or something that they want to do or they've been doing, and I'll literally be laying in bed at like 9:40 at night and be like, oh shit, he did that today, that's why. And I'm like, oh, we're going to try this tomorrow. It's like literally stuff like that, just like making the connections of like, something random will hit my mind that I learned 2 years ago or picked up on, and then something this previous week that relates to that relates to my client and one specific movement we did, and I'm like, oh shit, okay. It's like weird.
No, I can relate, actually.
I
can relate.
Yeah, I'm sure with fighting and just human movement, and like you're the one that's doing it and you're seeing other people do it, and how do you internalize that and then spit that back out in a better way too? It's like, it's interesting. It's really interesting.
And it's funny too, because there's something that I was talking about with my last podcast guest, this kid Adam. Him and I are like really good friends, and we're both fighters.
Cool.
He's an actual fighter though, he's pursuing it. And he said that after every single fight, you level up. And it's funny because I noticed this, there's concepts in training that before my fight I just did not understand. And I learned them and I practiced them, but I could not put them to use in sparring.
Yep.
But it's like the second I came back to class after my fight, clicked. And it was just there, this knowledge that it was so long ago that I learned it, and it was so long ago that I even practiced it.
Mm-hmm.
But it just all came back, and I applied it to myself.
Yeah.
And then now I'm starting to apply the same, movements and concepts, and explaining it in a very, not only analytical way, but also like a very, I guess eloquent and with analogies.
Yeah.
And now they're starting to get it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, damn.
That's such a cool thing. Like your brain's like holding on to something that's like over here, it's like, here's the left leg. And then it's like, oh my God, I just saw the right leg. The right arm just hit me.
Yeah.
Oh wait, oh my God, that's the torso. Oh shit, if you put these 4 things together, it starts to form this. And you're like, Then you can be like, here's the body, and you show it to someone, and you're like, that's what we need to do. You're missing your head right now.
Yep.
It's like boom, 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 boom. Like everything starts to connect. It's really weird. It's really cool though.
It's like the diagram of Da Vinci when you
yeah,
do the fucking thing.
yeah, literally. Just cut them all off into pieces and hide them all over town.
Oh, whoa.
Once people.
All right.
I'm a serial killer.
It's time to go. No, I'm kidding. But no, it's true.
Yeah.
It's very true. And it's really cool that you can just sit in bed at night and think of these things and apply it to your clients.
Yeah, yeah, because it's like, me years ago, right? Just like I remember hearing some people talk, and I'm like, how do you even begin to... It's like playing a guitar.
For real.
Like I've picked it up. Like I don't play the guitar like that. I'm terrible. But like just bought one and just start screwing around with YouTube videos, right, or whatever. And then you start playing a riff, pick it up the next day, and then you can play the riff.
Yeah.
And then I watch a video for another song, and it's like, we're gonna do this with this, and I'm like, wait, that riff was just in that last song, but it's manipulated this way for this sound. And it's like, oh shit. And then like 2 months later, you'll take another thing after learning 10 other things, and it'll flip back around, and it's like those things were put together and put into this song in a different way. You know what I'm saying? And then
Ain't that beautiful?
Cool. It's crazy.
Oh man,
it's really crazy. That's what I was saying. Like I'll sit in bed and I'm like, wait a second, and my brain's just going with it because it's just constantly churning. But yeah, it's like it just happens. It's at the point where it's second nature. Like you said, you could teach it to someone. When you can teach something to someone well, you've almost internalized it fully, where you understand it.
And that's another thing is like I'm very good at guitar, I think, but my eloquence in explaining, the concepts, and not only the concepts, but also just the movements of your fingers and your hand,
mm-hmm.
it does not come to me very well. I can't put it into words
mm-hmm.
as well as I'm thinking it, but you can with your training. I experienced that myself,
right?
Because when I came in, you gave me certain exercises, and I remember one specifically was when I forget, I think I had my legs on a bench, and then I was doing like a side plank.
Yeah. Copenhagen plank, I think, right? With the top leg on top of the bench.
Yes.
Yep. Yes.
And just the way you explained, the entire
mm-hmm.
chain of muscles and just the benefits in general as to what it will do, and how it will help me with rotation and whatever else. You just explained it so well.
Thank you.
It's true.
Thank you.
It's true. And going back to returning clients, that's why you get a lot of returning clients, because like you're helping them progress, and you're helping them do the same thing with themselves.
mm-hmm.
They're like, oh wait, if I just do this and do that, then I will get this, and then my biceps are gonna be massive, you know? Or whatever, whatever their goals are.
Yeah.
But it's true. I
you
wasn't
can
very
get
eloquent
huge.
there,
You can get huge, but I'm gonna show you the ins and outs of getting huge.
Yep.
It's the science of getting huge. Yeah.
Yeah. Just get vaccinated in the
Steroid.
locker room.
Yeah. I just inject all my clients. Really, that's what keeps them coming back.
No, not a problem. You just keep them addicted.
It's like literally, it is an addiction. Dopamine. You're releasing tons of shit in their mind when you're going through things.
Dude,
right?
Fitness is therapy.
It is. It's therapy. It's a drug. It's freaking.
It's an addiction.
I don't even know. Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it's like what people feel with food, we feel with fitness.
100%, which we feel with food also, and most people that don't do fitness can feel it with fitness also.
It's true.
Yeah,
I think it's natural to feel it. No matter what body shape or like how much you eat, no matter what, if you consistently work out and you for over an hour, I have to say, like that's when I think you really release your endorphins is over
mm-hmm.
an hour, right?
I don't know, intensity. It's probably got something to do with like timing plus heart rate, height of heart rate, consistent, how you're, whatever you're doing in your workout too.
True.
I don't know, I guess. I don't know.
Well, that's another
Probably.
thing.
Who knows?
That's just a big hurdle too for obese people, because obese people, they can't do the same workouts that we do. You know what I mean? Like, you have to start them out with like,
Totally
single leg like lifts and just anything that gets the blood flowing. So
of course.
I assume that's a great challenge for the trainer to keep them coming back when the workouts are so,
Totally
boring per se.
Yeah, I mean, that's, I think, so many people fall into just, even trainers in the industry of just like putting cookie cutter things through, everyone through certain things. Some things are going to work for people. Everyone does the same exercises. If you feel a back pain in this, that's cool. We'll just keep moving, whatever. Like, some people feel it, some people don't, but it's like, no, you know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Every single person's different. Like you said, like progressing someone through from level like 1, 2, 3. Some people are going to be at a 4 already. Some people are going to be at like a -2, and you have to bring them back on the other side sometimes. You know what I'm saying? And yeah.
Yeah, and I can imagine that's quite difficult.
Hell yeah. I mean, it becomes easier as you just start to throw things. You get in a rhythm, I mean, obviously with experience, like, just like, okay, cool. What's the basis of movement? What does a person need to do? Like training one of my 80-year-old client, or anyone, my buddy Mike, who, squatting mid 400s, deadlifting close to 500. Like,
that's nuts.
They're all doing the same shit. Like,
what an asshole. What a fucking dick.
Yeah, that train. Wait for the pass. Wait till it passes. All right, cool.
Thanks, scumbag.
Yeah, dickhead. Interrupted me while I was speaking. Now I'm angry.
But yeah.
Just like, fucking start blowing everything up in here.
Quick hole in the wall, no problem.
Yeah.
Jesus
Again,
Christ.
what is going on right now?
Oh my gosh.
Jesus. But yeah, like, so that's how I look at it, right? Like, some specific insight to my training. Like, you got to do the same shit. You have all the same joints in the body. People have discrepancies. People have pains, this, that, whatever. But at the end of the day, you're going to want to squat. You're going to want to hinge at the hips to pick shit up, right? You're going to want to squat because it's good for your knees, but you also might have knee pain. You also might have to do specific things to get rid of that knee pain to be able to squat again, right? To have full functionality of your joints in your body. You're going to want to push overhead, forward, horizontal, vertical. You're going to want to pull horizontal, vertical with your upper body. And that's it. And you're going to want to learn how to use your core and total stability throughout your body altogether. Like, that's it. Like, everybody is the same exact thing. It's just, what level am I starting these people at?
It's true.
Am I starting them with, sitting down on a bench, standing back up? Am I starting them with a static, like isometric hold of some sort? Or is someone already like ready to back squat and they really want to back squat, right? Not everyone's going to back squat either, Same thing with deadlifts. Am I starting someone off with just bending at the hips, getting them to sensory, like their brain connects with their hamstrings, right? Most people come in and say, I got to stretch, I got to do this, I got to do that. I'm like, no, you don't have to stretch. You're just weak in those areas, right? And we start activating them, right? Like, how many people do you hear that need to stretch their hamstrings because they have issues? They want to stretch their hamstrings or want to do this, want to do that, right? Because they're tight. As soon as I start working someone to their full capacity and full joint movement, right? Hinging at the hips, loading the hips properly, loading the quads efficiently, adductors, it just all starts to turn on and completely change how they see their own body too,
How do you feel about rolling out and stretching?
Rolling out and stretching, I think they both have a place. Rolling out is great for, you can use it as a warm-up,
That's
right?
what I do.
It's great for opening yourself up, maybe getting some fluid movement in the muscle. It can desensitize the muscles a little bit if you're like really, it's like a massage type of thing, like recovery, like an off day. But it can be great for like if you have some limitations or some aches or pains or something, like kind of just facilitating like you to feel good before your workout. So if it allows you to feel good and get into the positions that you need to get into for your workout, then you're probably damn well going to create more positive change from your workout than if you just went in and didn't do some of the specific things. But that's like finding out what works for people, right? I typically take my clients to like a general like active warm up. Like I think I did it with you, the glute bridges, single leg glute bridge, just turning things on around the hips, hammies, getting your body moving, getting your lower body moving, lunges, side lunges, right? And just moving from there, right? I think any awareness that you can pick up with your body, like foam rolling, if you that's what you love, right? I don't do it too much. I use it for a couple of things here and there. And then stretching. Stretching can be great, right, in certain areas, but technically, right, like if you're dropping all the way down into a squat, you're actively stretching everything in your hips, in your quads, hamstrings, right, in certain joints and stuff like that. Not to full capacity, right? We're not talking about just like static stretching or like a yoga pose, but there's efficient ways to do things, right? Like just from what I've seen, you'd rather put your body in an efficient way to use it than an inefficient way to use it, right? Just static stretching, standing there like hands to toes and reaching might not be the most constructive thing.
True.
Loading with a weight like a very functional deadlift or Romanian deadlift to the ground.
Paramount.
Yeah, you're getting full functionality, active mobility, and loading out of the muscle while it's also being lengthened, right? So then you have capacity to work. Say that you're in a fight or whatever, anything like that. It just in life in general, you fall into a weird position. You get pinned in a weird position, right? You got to maneuver. If you're not strong in those positions or those certain capacities, like...
Yeah, that's why I do my splits because...
Yeah.
I was actually doing them well before I was like training seriously.
Really?
Yeah.
Cool.
I was actually during the whole pandemic, bro.
Oh, wow.
That's actually a funny story too. I was training them like every single night, but it's only the forward ones, not the external ones. And so I was doing them, and whatever. I was getting pretty fucking low. So one morning I woke up and pretty much my entire family, except for my dad, was in the living room. I'm like, yo, check this shit out. Bro, I go right into a split. You heard, that was my hamstring.
Are you shitting me?
Swear.
Oh, my God.
Didn't tear it. Thank you, God.
You shouldn't have tried to pick up that breakfast sausage off the ground.
I'm a hungry guy. What do you want me to tell you?
Yeah.
I'm addicted to food.
Yeah.
First step is admitting you have a problem.
It is.
But yeah, so it was audible. And my brother, he's a fucking like major power lifter and shit. And he was like,
okay,
dude, that was the stupidest thing I've ever seen you do in my life.
Yeah.
Like, dude.
You're like, check this out.
And so I had to build back. But now I can do my splits again. But I think they're like, for me, you know, especially doing head kicks and whatever else, you know, I think that they're very important. But also, I do a lot of lacrosse ball work, like especially with my psoas, because I don't have a pso, right? I'm not spending fucking $75 on a pso, right, bro? It's a piece of fucking plastic.
Yeah.
Sorry, so right. Please sponsor me.
Yeah.
But
I've tried to use one. I feel like really uncomfortable too. It's interesting.
It's very, very uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Let's be honest.
Yeah. So right is just The psoas is I think it's just one of the hip flexors.
It
considers, right? It
yes.
Attaches at the lumbar, all the way to the front of the pelvis.
But that's why I use it a lot because you know, being on the mats, it's not as high impact as running per se, but you're bouncing around a lot, and because of that, your hip flexors get tight. You know, and kicking too.
Yep.
Your hip flexors get very, very tight, and you'll feel like a lot of pain in your lower back. And specifically for my athletic, you know, my movements, I have no choice but to use the lacrosse ball and to deactivate or release, my psoas. And so I think that's super important. Like I roll out every single night, or at least I try to. You know, I've been slacking a lot lately, like I said. But I try to roll out every single night, and every single morning, and every single time before I train. So it's like become like a fucking lifestyle for me.
Yeah, that's awesome. You're in a rhythm with it.
Weirdly,
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, like that's great to offset on your downtime away from training or like in the recovery process, right?
I have not done too much recovery. I need to get back on my recovery grind, man. Seriously. My recovery's just been, you know, pizza and staying on social media till 3 a.m.
Yeah. Carbs and staying up late. Nice.
How do you feel about cold showers and stuff like that?
I think that stuff's great. I've like done it a couple of times. I think I would like to push myself to get back, like get into it really. Like cold plunges, whatever. It can be painful at first. It's like extreme shock to your body. I think it's great. whether, you believe in a lot of the science behind it or not for the immune system benefits. I think it's got some type of like hormonal, like testosterone, HGH, whatever benefits. It's got obviously epinephrine, norepinephrine for the adrenaline response, and then coming back down from it, serotonin. Yeah, it's huge for that. I don't know the science, so I'm not going to say any more on it. But
quote him.
Yeah, quote me that serotonin is what your body makes
when you get into an ice bath specifically.
Yeah. I think it's awesome for recovery, for breath patterning.
Oh my gosh,
breathing, and I think it's cool to learn how to control your neurology.
100%.
Right, I've recently been doing this 3-minute thing before bed. Most nights I'll do it where it's it's not like Wim Hof it can kind of coincide with that, but it's aggressive inhales pretty much and exhales out of the mouth, in and out of the mouth pretty much for 3 minutes, and it's I don't know if it's hyperoxygenating myself or it almost zens me the fuck out. My hands will be vibrating, and I'm just woof, after, and almost I'm chill. Nothing matters after I'm done. I'm just whoa.
No, it's true. That's
here.
exactly what it is, though.
Yeah.
You're hyperoxygenating yourself,
yeah.
And you'll find that when you do stuff like that, when you
yep,
you can hold your breath for 3 minutes.
Wow.
I swear, I have obviously I've gotten away from it, as I was telling you before, but I would meditate, and I put a timer on for 10 minutes and 59 seconds. And the 59 seconds to start off with is breath work only.
Okay.
Once I get down to 10 minutes, it's just strict meditation with very deep breaths.
Yeah.
But with the breath work, I'll inhale, exhale, hyperoxygenate myself. Yep.
I almost feel myself now that I've been aware of it, I almost feel I need to breathe or yawn.
Seriously.
And get it in because I'm not fully using my lung capacity and everything. It wakes you the hell up too. You use your body so much. I've even heard it can open up certain more neurology in your brain, make you more aware, or just make you more calm, but more aware at the same time.
Yeah.
You
well,
know?
your brain needs the oxygen in order to even function. Yeah. And when you hyperoxygenate yourself so often, and this is why sauna work and cold plunges are so good, because you're producing more and more red blood cells. So the more oxygen you bring in, the better it's distributed around your body, and the better that you function.
Yeah, it's almost like the stress. Certain aspects that can facilitate positive stress with positive regression away from that after. Just from anything I've heard or seen, right, it seems to be the way that's going to get your body to start to churn in the right way and function almost the best it can function.
Yep.
Right? Weightlifting, can be extreme stress, crazy hit, cardio, crazy, whatever, yoga, fighting, moving, anything that releases you, human movement, breath work is still movement, oxygenation moves the fluids, moves the blood, stresses your body, your tissue, your joints, anything. That's going to give you something that can move you close, right?
True.
Closer and closer to being closer to bettering yourself in a way.
To your fullest potential, right?
Yeah, just about. Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Pretty much.
Yeah, I love cold work especially.
Yep.
I don't really do the sauna too much, but I'm going to start implementing it more. But I take a cold shower every morning, and I've noticed that when I stay a lot longer.
Yeah, I was just going to ask, what have you noticed in doing the cold shower? I mean, is there anything you notice that you're away from it when you're away from it, and when you're
100%.
Sorry to cut you off, but continue.
No, you're good. It was actually a really good question because so when I take longer showers, I feel that I'm woken up way more because your vascular. Anytime you have a cold plunge that is above your heart, according to Wim Hof at least, when the water is above your heart, your vascular system acts so much higher.
Interesting.
And it's so much more active. I guess one might say.
Adjust a little bit.
Yeah, all good. But so I feel that when I take a really long cold shower in the morning, 3 to 5 minutes, I'm so much less stressed for the day, and I'm way more awake and just more reactive to things. Even if I had a really shitty night of sleep, which is something that I actually wanted to ask you about too. But yeah, and I also noticed that when I take really short ones, it wakes me up, but I'll still feel fuck, I could really use a cup of coffee right now.
Yeah.
You know? But regardless, even if it's short or long, you get the mental edge for the day.
Huge.
Mentally, it is fucking huge. You're like, who else is doing this? You know what I mean? Like, wow, I just pushed myself.
Yeah.
I just woke up.
Yeah, you're turned on like crazy, like
For real.
full on hard on. Your entire
Morning
body.
wood, but it's morning body.
Sex.
Horny.
Start saying words. All right.
Any more adjectives we got to describe? Or nouns?
Nouns, adjectives. I mean, the good old penis, really. Could go with that.
Penis vagine.
Yes, that's both of them.
Wow. Both?
Male and female. Yeah. Wow. Or, I don't know. No, not going to get into that.
We don't want to cancel you just yet.
Not going to touch on any of those things.
I don't want to ruin your career this early stages, you know?
Nah, man.
But
not worth it.
Yeah, no. But sleep, though, is something I really wanted to ask you about.
Yeah, go.
Because I understand that you have a very, very good sleep routine.
Mm-hmm.
How do you... What is your sleep routine in general? And then
Nothing like crazy. I just try to turn down myself. Like, you know, if I'm up at 3-4 times a week, 5 a.m. that is, between 5 and 5:30 a.m., right? I try to get to bed between 9 and 10, get a good 7-8 hours in. That's where I feel like I function the best. If I sleep too much, honestly, what I've seen is even if I go to bed at midnight, right, and it throws off that like 3-hour delay or 2-hour delay, like a Friday night or something, if I go to bed at midnight past my normal time and I still get 8 hours of sleep, I still wake up feeling shitty and groggy. Even though I get full sleep, it's almost like the rhythm is just extended and it's just off.
I see.
My routine's not too crazy though. Just making sure I drink enough water. I've been taking some magnesium just before. It's like magnesium biglycinate or by something. I don't know. There's probably better forms if you really want to get into the science of that. Magnesium is huge for neural function. It can do well with cramps, making sure I have enough salt in me. Magnesium is a great way, on the other hand, to like facilitate no cramps, facilitate relaxation. It actually kind of acts as like a neural toner of like toning down your neurons or your nervous system in a way, if I said that correctly. But it's a huge component. It's a huge component of facilitating rest and relaxation within your body. Even as far as like going to the bathroom. I've like heard a bunch of stuff on even if you're like constipated to the point, you're probably not eating enough of magnesium rich foods or getting enough, right? Because the musculature down there also can be almost bound up. That can cause constipation, right? So even stuff like that. So if you're more relaxed, just magnesium, right? I'm getting down a rabbit hole with magnesium.
No, that's great.
It's an awesome supplement. If you're not eating enough, look for ways that you can supplement it. But muscle cramps, sleep, rest, relaxation, going to the bathroom. But yeah, just making sure I'm hydrated, taking magnesium most nights. I was taking CBD for a while. Kind of haven't been taking it for the last few months. I've just noticed, I don't know if it's like kind of placebo-ish or whatever, because I've heard that you need much higher quantities of CBD to really change your vasodilate your blood vessels and hit the endocannabinoid system to relax you fully.
Yeah.
Or trigger that. You need much higher dosage than what most products and companies sell in their droppers. So I don't know. I feel something sometimes, depending, I guess, on how much food I have in me, what kind of food I have in me. That's another thing. I don't personally like to go to bed too full. Don't like to spike my blood glucose too much. I'm not like into like measuring that like crazy or anything, but I just notice I'm just very aware. If I eat a meal like within like an hour of bedtime or 2 hours, or if I overdo it, right? Like I had tacos and a quesadilla on Friday at New Wave Burrito, fireplace in Huntington, another place.
New Wave.
Couldn't go to bed almost for, like, besides being full, like my heart rate was ramped up. Could not drink enough water from the salts and the oils that were in it and everything, So that's just another huge thing. Staying away from shitty, dense, crappy oils and foods and an overabundance of sodium before I go to bed. Phone, I'll be on it. I have blue light glasses. Don't know how crazy those are. I've heard the more yellow they are in the lens, the better they are for you. So I do put those on. I feel like my eyes relax a little bit more when I'm using them. Try not to do too much that has me think. like anyone that going through the DMs is going to cause my mind to start turning on a little bit more as opposed to turning off than just scrolling mindlessly through something or
100%.
whatever. If I'm going to watch something, I'm just going to mindlessly scroll through or watch a sports game or something and then just go to bed. I don't want anything, that's going to stimulate me or have me react to or emotionally react to, like if the Mets are fucking losing like they've been doing every single night.
Yikes.
They're already out, but whatever.
Oh, shit.
But like any little thing that's going to put me into that like increased heart rate, kind of sympathetic state for my nervous system, I kind of want to stay away from. I really just the darkest environment possible that I can get. Cool environment, hopefully like
Huge.
68 to 72 degrees, air flowing, air blowing. I'm very picky about my sleep, very picky about my environment. I definitely don't get as good of a sleep if I'm away from that, It's just certain things. And I've heard that with other people that I've heard speak in podcasts and stuff. Like your body should have a certain temperature you fall asleep at. It should be working within the rise and fall of the sun. There's actually things that I've was reading on Instagram that are triggered in your nervous system. Your skin almost acts like an eye. It almost has, I think it's a retina or an iris, like all over the cells in your skin, where like when you observe the sunrise, and it sets you up for the cortisol release and the melatonin starts kicking back. Melatonin is obviously more of the sleep hormone. Cortisol is the stress hormone, but also your body releases it every day to wake you up. Hence the cold showers, jump starts you like crazy. But even seeing sunlight in the morning, first thing, when you go to bed, seeing the sun set or being around darkness for an extended period of time before you go to bed, rather than being bright lights in your kitchen, you're up eating dinner and then you shut everything off and immediately lay down. Your body's not primed to go to bed.
Wow.
So yeah, those are things that I'm just consciously thinking of all the time. And I've kind of ingrained in myself just because I think we get away from it,
Oh, big time.
Once again, going back to like your body is what you have 100% of the time. You're stupid to think that your body doesn't naturally function and isn't made to function in a certain way.
Agreed.
Right? You're not supposed to be eating 5 tacos and a quesadilla before you go to bed with high salts. You're not supposed to be watching a movie till 3 a.m. with light on you and talking and up and on the phone like crazy, right?
It's true.
People who work night shifts and stuff obviously should find a way to kind of counter that and put their body in a more restful state during the day when they're home. But yeah.
Blackout curtains.
Yeah, exactly. I think like regardless of the science on whether you produce more melatonin, less melatonin with blackout curtains, this and that, I think just quality of sleep and everything, that matters. All that stuff matters. Why would you want to close your eyes and go into a dark state for your body in the middle of sunlight, right? Like there's just certain factors that I think need to be thought of and people can and should do a better job doing,
Oh yeah.
So
yeah, I mean, I myself, I've always had a pretty shit sleep routine. Like it's very tough for me to get a full 8 hours.
Really?
And I don't know why.
Interesting.
I've tried, the melatonin. Not great. I've tried the CBD. Not great. I meditate. I write. I roll out before bed. Keep the lights low. Stay off my phone. Still get like a shit sleep.
Okay.
I don't know what's up. I think I have to go for like a sleep study or something.
Is it mind? Does your mind go? Do you think of shit or
no? Not really. I mean, recently I have but that's just because
how late do you normally drink caffeine?
I don't really.
Okay.
I'll come here every once in a while and like for a podcast.
Yeah.
If it's during the day, I cut my caffeine consumption at about 3 o'clock if I am going to drink caffeine that day.
Okay.
But I try not to because personally I've found that when I drink caffeine and I go train, I'm dehydrated and I crash very easily.
Gotcha.
So I try to avoid it. But I did my training already for the day. And I'm pretty much just going to go, bullshit after this. So I drank a little espresso. So no, I don't really have much caffeine at all.
That's huge. That's awesome.
Yeah. Thank you.
A lot of people that I've seen, caffeine's simple. Like coffee's it's the most abundant drug.
For real.
People don't realize that it's a drug.
Big time.
Like I could talk about it for hours, but
yeah, no.
Bottom line is it sits in your body for so long. If you don't cut it off between like almost 11 a.m., right? People are having 1 cup. Then if you wake up in the morning and you don't delay about an hour to 2 hours in the morning to like drink water, if you put coffee in your body right away, you're actually not going to feel the effects of caffeine because your body's releasing such high cortisol. I learned this from listening to a recent podcast too. your body's releasing such high amounts of cortisol naturally that if you add caffeine, it's literally like putting a match into a house that's on fire. Like you're not going to feel any of it because it's already on fire, ready to get up for the day. So if you wait about 1 to 2 hours for the cortisol levels to drop, then that caffeine will actually be much more efficient in giving you that boost of energy.
It's funny you say that because like just thinking about what you're talking about just stresses me out.
Yeah.
Like just thinking about getting up and drinking coffee immediately.
Yep.
It literally gives me like palpitations.
People do that shit.
I know.
You know, people get caught up in the flip of life. They don't think about what they're doing consciously, right? Like you got to guys got to go to the city be in there at 7:45 in the office. He's got to get on a train at 6:30 or 6:15. He's got to be up and ready at 4:30, 4:45, right? Why is he not going to turn on the coffee machine right away and start drinking it, right?
Of course. Of course.
So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I understand that you have a session to get to.
I do. What time we got? Like another 5-7 minutes maybe.
If you have any like advice for people who, they're thinking, they got to make a big change in their life, but they're very apprehensive, and they like to rationalize a lot. Mm-hmm. What advice would you have to offer them, to get into training and to really change their lives?
Just do it, man. Literally.
It's truth.
Literally just do it. Just start. The more you think, the more you're going to find out reasons and ways and things to rationalize that are probably going to go with what you definitely feel like you want to do, not with what you need to do. Right? You're going to go with what's comfortable to you, and your body's going to find ways to justify that all the time. Right? You just got to get up and do that shit.
Truth.
Just walk through the door. Once you get up and walk through that door, you start moving, you start doing something, one thing leads to the other, and you just keep doing it,
True.
And once you start doing it, you're not going to not do it.
Facts.
So just keep doing it,
That's a big fact.
Just start doing it, though. Literally, don't even think about it. Jump in that fucking pool. Like first swim of the season, you jump in the pool because the water might be a little too cold, so you're apprehensive. Don't go in one toe at a time, 1 inch at a time. Just fucking jump in the pool. It's going to be much less painful if you just do it, and then you're having a good time like that. Boom.
100%.
And you're in the water, and you're having a great time.
That was a great analogy.
Yeah. I don't know. That's it. That's all I got with that. I mean, hesitation is going to kill you. It'll stress you out more than anything, and it'll delay you growing or putting yourself in a better position to succeed or progressing yourself.
And it's true.
Because you're stressed out about delaying yourself.
Damn.
So.
Well, also, what's next for you, by the way? Do you have anything big planned, anything coming up?
So, some stuff in the works, potentially. Yeah, some stuff in the works. Not going to say anything now. There's no definites. But, yeah, some stuff coming at you soon, hopefully to just enhance my career in a bigger direction.
100%.
So, yeah, that's another thing. Just got to take the leap and do it. So we're planning it out and seeing what moves I have to make until me and another guy can really, really do it.
I love that.
So see what happens, but I can't really say anything about it now.
I'll keep it on the down low.
Yeah, just don't tell anybody.
Guys, he's going to... No, I'm kidding. But yeah, that's fucking
OnlyFans.
awesome. Yeah.
Yeah.
Why'd you say it?
I don't know.
Oh.
Now they're going to know, or they're going to think that it's real, but they also might not think that it's real.
That's true. Yeah, I mean, OnlyFans just allowed, that type of content back on. So, I mean, hopping on the wave, I don't know why not.
I'm thirsty.
Drink your water.
Yeah. Hydrate. And
very important.
And hydrate.
Slept on.
Yes.
Hydration is slept
Fantastic.
on. Sure. And we'll get into that next time, but...
We will next time. We'll definitely have it next time.
No, this was fucking awesome.
This was awesome. This was a cool, just fucking throw everything...
Oh, yeah.
...out the window and see where it goes.
You know what's cool is that, you talk about how you're sitting there listening to the podcast.
Yeah.
Well, now you're that guy for other people.
I love it.
You've become that guy.
It's all I can ever aspire to be.
And you've done it. For real.
We'll do it again.
For real.
And again and again and again.
All right. Don't push your luck.
Sorry.
You trying to take advantage of me, bro? Trying to take advantage of my platform?
I mean, we're in a pretty quiet spot right now. No one's around.
Not that kind of advantage. But yeah,
cool.
Seriously, my man, great fucking job. And thank you for the conversation. I appreciate you coming on today.
Always, brother. I appreciate you bringing me on. I appreciate you reaching out for that one session that we could both learn so much from that one time.
And I will get back in there with you too.
Yeah, dude. listen, you keep doing what you're doing for yourself. I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing for myself, pushing out to as many people as I can. You know, we're going to do shit together regardless. 100% in the future. So, yeah, but thanks for having me on. I appreciate it.
My pleasure.
Thanks for having the pup.
Yeah. She's happy today, believe me.
Cool, man. Appreciate it. You're doing big things, and keep it rolling.
Thank you, my man. Same to you.
Yeah, thank you.
But yeah,
Appreciate
awesome conversation. Thank you for coming in today.
Cool.
Woo! My man. That was fucking sick.
Solid, bro.